Time to bring the bass dirt.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they.
Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at first inning.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it when
Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line. Mike.
It's it. 19.
Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Switch. Open court.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
We got motion. Back up.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, here we go. Kings. I got you.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long, it's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Switch up, switch up. Shift. Kill. Hatchet.
Hey, alert 33.
Check three.
A toss play, Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Check me out.
Hey, Hayward.
57's the mic. Rock 57. I'm coming, baby.
Mayfield looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it here with Gordon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Throwing, Mayfield, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go, baby.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
19, number 53, Mike 53.
Silver.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. That one good for 21 yards. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Regular.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
57's the mic.
Now Mayfield. This is Gordon on the dump off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Gordon. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
180.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's
First down, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Pistol.
Mayfield down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a Browns.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
First down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He gets it to Cooks. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Bravo.
Mayfield to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and a yard at the 22-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's got Fuller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's complete to Cooks. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Mayfield now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Run. 50, point it right. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Up.
55. Check 55. Mike. Hey. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Motion. 57 to Mike.
Run.
Get ready.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
We have I've seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight. 3 down. Spot.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
57. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. This fielded at the 2.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mayfield on 1st down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Gordon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
180. Hey, check. Point it right.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Kings.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Watson on 1st down. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play there by Gordon. 67 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now Mayfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 84 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And now here is another interception. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Watson. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Here we go, D. All day.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. One last shot from Mayfield here. He gets it to Cooks. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully